I think the Aphelios Nautilus is a good pickup into what has been taken. A lot of team fighting power for KT. I am just a little bit concerned about what we've seen Viper be able to do in general. I'm sure there's an actual word for it. I'm sure there is.
Yeah, maybe it's still an alliteration.
No, it isn't. I'm sure there's a specific word for when it sounds like it. It's
Chat,
a thing.
Is it a thing? Let us know. Viper is taking a little bit of damage here. That is going to be because securing the dragon. Peanut still just milling about on this top side. A bunch of these chakrams built up.
They can't
be able to take this one down.
Contest this. I feel like KT could just get all three.
Well, Peanut is going to at least move in. There's the wall being put down as Viper could be in a little bit of trouble. Delight's running the wrong way, only level 5 as BDD flashes. Teleport in though from Zeus as Delight is down solo. First blood goes to Doctom. Equalizer goes to Narnia though, and that means that now Viper is able to get one back. Way gonna be the next one, and it's a double kill for the Yunara. It is an absolute disaster. After it looked great for KT, it then wasn't.
All that gold onto Viper, such a big boon. He just hit level 6 before that fight started and able to get so much damage down. This is the first time we've had an idea not approved, so that means they love tempo vibes.
Yeah, that's actually a really good point. So do KT as they take themselves a double dragon here. There's the exhaust onto Peanut. Double knockups come through his way. Welcome back to the LCK, my friend, but they are going to be able to trade for Delight as well. Zeka now looking for a rune prison, connects it there onto Peanut. Perfect, sorry, who just wants to get out. And they'll be able to do so as BDD just shows them the wall and says we are done. Hex gates to come through as it's a Hextech soul this game. Blast Cone will be able to get Zeus in here. There is a turret still available. Yeah, okay.
This is vibing.
Yep. Wait, just going to be able to hook him up. Connects the anchor there, but the ram is now going to come down. Flashes out of the way as he isn't then able to activate the ultimate, as now Peanut just getting smashed around. Cuz with the ulti, able to keep himself alive as Doctom walking back into the fray. Seismic Shove is so good as both of the supports just come back to die again. Every single build, I'm like, are you sure Blade of the Ruin King on an on-hit champion is a good idea? As, all right, the ram gonna come on through as, yeah, perfect. You can see that equalizer. That wasn't for the fight. That was to just kill the minions, and it didn't do that.
Pretty good ult from Zeus. I think helps when he doesn't flash it. Okay, I'm sorry, that was hard. But yeah, no, it's good ult. Ease to get in closer range to follow up on it, and they do take out Perfect pretty swiftly. Given more objectives over to KT though, which doesn't feel super great.
Yeah, it will still mean feats of strength likely to go over to HLE, as you can see there. Upgrading some of them shoes. Yeah, as the first turret does go down.
Level up because it upgrades your laser damage. And he doesn't have that yet. The dragon's being started. They're going to have to set up for a fight. I mean, Peanut's flanking.
This is double dragon. The KT has. So this will be sole point as the ram's going to come down. That's a single knock-up. And Zeus is just in amongst it. They're looking to try and take down Doctom, but he is able to stay alive and perfect. Takes out Zeka. Peanut is spinning. For some reason, Lone Dragon, as we were thinking about a Hexgate option, as KT not going to be able to get Cuz in there, and they lose the dragon here as the fight likely split up. As Delight, you could see it, he really wanted to turn, but instead HLE, they'll take their prize and they will back away. Slight gold advantage, but HLE wrapping around, looking for some angles, and perfect. Kind of out in no man's land, a dangerous place to be.
KT making a considered effort for this mid-tier 1.
Yeah,
Viper's just pushing bot. You know, they're trying to lean towards Sadakan, but they might end up losing their mid-tier 1 in return. It's really hard to defend here. I think this is gone.
Yep, that is just going to be taken down. 3 grubs there for KT as well, but Otacon might be the trade. This is going to take a long time to go down, but Zeka can realm warp over if he is caught out. Still, Perfect going to be moving in. They do get the information that this Otacon is going to be taken. Zeus on a decent flank angle as well. They're clearing out as much vision as they possibly can. Now the ram comes in as Delight with the ultimate already popped. The equalizer is down on top of Viper as Peanut and Viper are committing to this Otacon, which will be taken, but Delight is going to be sacrificed. Down goes Zeka as well. It's a double kill for the Aphelios, but they get their prize. And I think what they wanted was Otacon. And look, Gratz are just now going to look to move over towards this Baron to try and trade it, but it's way too slow. As the dragon is already gone, now Wei is moving in, finds an anchor. As the Baron down to 50%, HLE, are you turning or are you burning or are you leaving? And the answer is leaving, so scary. with the fact that, you know, Delight can go in, start fight, Cyclone on top of it. There is, speaking of the Cyclone, but it's on to Cuz, and he's so durable, has the ulti already, the equalizer placement, kind of fantastic, the double shove, connects as Wei flashes over, but then Cuz has to immediately get out. Wei's just on his own, double knockups, gorgeous there from Zeus, and they've taken down 2 already. Dom trying to do the damage, Viper says, nope, you are not allowed to do that, and HLE destroy 2, and now they'll take the Baron.
Yeah, that'll be enough. Managing to start the engage. It's a little messy, little scrappy, but HLE do enough damage. Vipe in particular is shredding, very scary, and that will earn them the Baron they were going for.
Feels like
eventually
KT,
the payoff is there.
Yeah, KT just stayed out on the map for too long. I think they probably had a bit of money to spend, and unfortunately, just hadn't reset. It was in fact Zeka's mistake.
Okay, that was funny though. But yeah, Baron on the side of HLE, big advantage, but I think KT being 1 away from Hextech Soul is still a dangerous position. So HLE need to get a lot of this Baron. They are looking for this bot lane tier 2, and a big influx of gold from that.
Yep. It was the top lane outer turret going on over to BDD, so not only does that mean a bit of extra money for KT,
But it's Alistar. They're going to be harder targets to shred through. Okay, Dragon being started. HLE, don't let it be a flip.
Yeah,
Start the fight earlier, and make sure you get the... Do not let them get Soul.
Well, remember, this is also a Weaver's Wall opportunity for BDD, so he can split up this fight. In goes the Ornn, but Zeus is just getting cooked. The knockup's gorgeous. Wei's going to be traded, but Dom, can he stay alive? The knockup, so good! And they do manage to take him down, but Viper is chasing out Cuz. He gets into melee range, finds the knockup, and now Cuz is just running away. He's back in! The barrier is enough to save him! But my God, that was way closer than it had any right to be, and it's Hextech Soul for KT. I didn't even see it when it happened. It was just chaos. Forgetting.
Yeah, you forgot about the wolves.
Yeah. It was a 2 for 2 as well, I guess. All right, we're walling. There's a side shovel, the bouncy castle. That was very, very cute. Depth charge still up and available here as the equalizer. Delight has to walk the awkward way. Great knockup, speaking of way, but it's even better on the side of Zeus still. Dom has so many shurikens. Oh my goodness, manages to snipe down the rise, but it's the Viper show in the end, and HLE, just an ace.
I feel like we just saw something we shouldn't. Just a look into what this champion can do. They just destroyed KT, Hextech Soul, who cares? The bounce house came through, and they just kind of melted them. That was disgusting.
What the heck? We need to see the replay. Oh, that's a cheeky ward.
Delight has TP as well. He's coming too.
Yep, double teleports are coming on in here as Delight
there he is,
all the way behind them. But Dom is at full health. Delight does make his way in. The knockup doesn't hit the Aphelios, but will it even matter? He finds a huge Moonlight Vigil as Peanut gets on top of him, but does go down. But the same can be said for the rest of KT as Dom was pushed out of the fight, and Viper is too big. It's just going to be taken down, and ultimately I don't think it necessarily means very much what happened there, as Dom is just kind of put in prison momentarily. Now is well and truly out of the paddock. And BDD is pretty squishy. Cuz down to 50%.
They don't know there he is!
How comes in? He flashes on top of Dom, and pop goes the Aphelios! The equalizer this time is decently placed, but it does not matter. Viper is still alive. The Realm Warp, he walks out of it. I like that idea. And HLE, it has been a masterclass in how to be better in team fights every single time. And yeah, 8-0-12. Need more years, Aphelios. I'm sorry, buddy.
I mean, Delight just finding these crazy angles. First time with the TP, this time just coming out of base with the Hex Gates, finding this angle to jump Dom, taking him out of the fight, and now perfect. This underfed Rumble, there's nothing you can do, buddy.
Yeah, well, Ram is...
Oh,
all right, well, HLE gonna take down the Nexus. There is game number 1. Hextech Soul be damned.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.